We had such affection for you that we were happy to share with you not only the gospel of God, but also our own lives, because you had become very dear to us.
I'm Jessica Escalante. I'm a senior, and my major's government pre-law.
My name's Hayden Middleton. I'm a neurobiology major, and I'm a junior.
My name is Maisie Evers, and I'm a junior studying English. We are part of a missional community in the Jester West dorm at UT.
We are aiming at starting a Bible study with them, but definitely just living life with them and sharing Jesus, living Jesus, and allowing students to see him through us.
We would eventually like to have a believer on every single floor of Jester just to start, but our hope is that eventually there would be a thriving church within Jester that meets together and prays, and whose sole desire is to see everyone in this building come to know the Lord.
It was the beginning of August, beginning of school, and we were all sitting in a coffee house, and we were all talking to like the Jester residents, I guess the freshmen who we were gonna try to minister to. And God just really stirred my heart that night, and I literally got back to the dorms and I texted Maisie and Jessica and I said, I've got to meet with you right now.
We had spent the previous summer doing missions, the whole summer, and we knew that we needed to bring that life back to Austin with us. And so as we were searching for a place to live the next year, God was like, hey, you can go back to a dorm and have a place to live, but also have a really good opportunity to bring your missional lifestyle from your mission field to Austin.
The dorms is just like proximity, accessibility, everything is just like people. You're almost like touching people as you walk by. So yeah, we definitely saw that we wanted to live for Jesus, and living it, our way of living and where we lived could serve for that.
One of the ways that is most effective for us to reach out to the people in our dorm is to have an open door. This started on the first day of school. We both moved in earlier than the majority of people on our floor did, and we had water bottles that we handed out to the families that were moving in. And one of our good friends now, we actually helped move all his stuff in. We randomly met him on an elevator, and now he is part of our MC group. And then as we got to know other people in Jester, we just let them know that we were available to serve them, help them with homework, to let them watch our TV if they wanted to. And so they know where we live, and they are free to come knock on our door anytime.
Most of the people we know that live in the dorms are freshmen, so this is their first, out of home, away from our parents kind of a deal. And we noticed that a lot of them started feeling like they needed friends or more of a loneliness aspect. So then we started something called family nights. Initially, we were just like, invite your roommates, invite your friends, anybody you want to. And so we just hang out, talk about life, how's your day going? And honestly, it's also part of being open, being available to them, and knowing that, that's a place where we're gonna have fun eating together.
Last semester, we saw 2 people come to know Jesus. When we first met them, they were pretty hostile towards Christians and the idea of kind of God at all, really. Like within 2 weeks of each other, they both accepted Jesus.
At first, I rejected them, I ignored them. But once they started pursuing me, especially there was this one girl, Jessica, she wouldn't stop texting me. She just wanted to hang out with me. And I was like, no, I don't want Christians in my life. So it was up to the point where we started talking, we started hanging out. And I was like, oh, she actually wants to be my friend. She wants to know me, And usually Christians don't do that. They just want to bust the Bible and throw it at you. But no, this was different. She was different. So when she came up to me and then we started talking, and then there was a point where she was like, hey, you're gonna start reading the Bible. And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, I never saw myself reading the Bible, but I was pretty open about it. So we started reading about the Bible. I started to get thinking differently about Christians. And up to the point where she asked the question, hey, are you ready to accept Jesus? And I was like, bring it, I'm ready,
So when we got started with our MC in August, there was a guy who I asked him if he wanted to have lunch So we went and had lunch together, and it turned into a great spiritual conversation where the Holy Spirit was definitely there, and it was just really awesome. After that, me and Victor started going through the Bible every week. We read through John, and it was just really awesome because first he was really hesitant, and the first thing he told me when I met, he was like, I have no idea why I want to meet with you. Like, if anyone would have asked me this a year ago, I would have told them, are you kidding me? God, get out of my face, leave the room. But he said, something is leading me to let you into my life and let you read the Bible with me. He accepted Christ like 2 months after we started meeting, and I can't wait to see what Victor has coming and how he's going to serve the Lord in the future.
Hard days come for us as well, spiritually, emotionally, physically. We just get tired, but that still doesn't stop the living together. So I think that becomes a challenge for us just because how do I show Jesus when I'm just hating life right now? That's been a challenge, but it has also shown us that Jesus needs to be our foundation, that our love fades, our strength fades, everything we think we have fades. But when Jesus is there, he is, the everlasting life that we have.
We're roommates, so we don't get away from each other. And then Hayden lives in Jester, so we see him all the time. And we're all very different, and we all have very different gifts and very different ways of doing pretty much everything. And so another struggle that's ended up being a really big blessing and learning experience has been how to lead together and how to trust one another. Even on days when we fail or we don't trust each other, we offend each other, to put aside like our selfishness and our wants and come back and say, okay, like we are all working together and we're all on the same team.
A lot of the times there's so many reservations. I had so many reservations. My parents had reservations. My friends had reservations. And I just was like, I can't do this. The culture tells me this isn't okay. Like, I'm a senior with freshmen. What is this? But honestly, it's worth it. And Jesus is it. And so anything you do with him and through him, you'll rejoice, you'll have fun, and it'll be awesome because he is the answer and he's all you need.
Remember that the Lord is your strength and your foundation, and that these people are not your projects, that they are souls that God has created.
It's okay to be scared because it can be intimidating, and I know at times like we don't want to be rejected, but there's people out there that need this, If Jessica or Hayden or Maisie would have not reached out to me, I would have never been here like straight out. Also keep in mind like the love for people, Your love for people will make things happen.
It's clear that his stand is missed, cause the world is rampant with sinners and abandonment. Man is feeling stranded, feeling hopeless since his banishment. God is angry at the distortion and numbness management. Evil is a word, but don't be thinking he can't handle it.